What is up, Plaza District? How are we doing? My name is Tyler. For those of you who don't know me, which should be about everybody, I'm going to be your coach for the next 60 minutes, so you are the luckiest group in New York City today. Today, day 3 of the 12 days of fitness, we have got the best weight floor workout. So get excited for some heavy weights on that floor side, all out rows, 10 our blocks, and on that tread side, we are also playing with strength. So we've got pushes on inclines. I know it sounds awesome. Most importantly, if you've got exercise restrictions, orthopedic issues, you let me know inside on the way into the studio. High fives on the way in. Get smiling because we're going to be flying for the next 60. Let's go. We start off class the way we always do. If you are up on that tread and you are wearing that OT Connect, or if you're wearing that heart rate monitor, go ahead and press your name on that OT Connect screen and then press that green start button down in front of you. Right hand side of that tread, we've got buttons that adjust your speeds. We're going to bring those speeds to a 3 to 4 miles per hour, a nice walking pace. Left hand side of that tread, we've got more buttons. Those buttons adjust your inclines. Inclines, we're thinking 1%. That is your Orange Theory's flat road. So treads, we're getting moving, we're getting warming up. Hit that warm up in 3, 2, and 1. Over on that rower, we're also going to get you warming up. So if you haven't already done so, sit yourself down. If you're wearing that heart rate monitor, press your name on that screen. Start adjusting those foot plates. Keeping in mind larger feet, less holes, smaller feet, more holes showing. But the most important thing is that strap is tight around the widest part of your foot. You're strapped in, grab that handlebar, start driving with those legs, and we are warming up on that rower. Time to elevate this warm up, make it into a base pace. Base pace on that tread. We have options in this room. We have always had options. Here are your 3. You want to power walk? Those speeds will hit 3.5 to 4.5. Inclines 1 to 3%. You want to jog? Speeds are 4.5 to 5.5. That incline stays on a 1. And if you want to run, those speeds are 5.5 or above. Inclines on that 1. As long as that is challenging but doable, gets you into that green zone, then I'm okay with it. Base pace coming at you in 3, 2, 1. Base pace treads. And it's time to meet them at base pace on this row side too. So make sure that chest is proud. Handlebars nice and wide, grip shoulder width apart. Drive back with those legs. Lean back with that torso. Finish with that handlebar at your sternum. You return with arms first. Lean forward. Return those legs to that starting position. Thinking 1 count back, 2 counts forward. Rowers, you are meeting that tread side in base pace in that challenging but doable green zone in 3, in 2, in 1. We are in base pace, Plaza District. Let's go. So, what we have got on the menu today, as I said, we've got pushes with inclines, right? So, tread side. Those pushes, we're going to start off nice and long, 60 seconds. That first block is your primer block, flat roads. As those blocks progress, your inclines get higher and your pushes get shorter, and you've always got that base pace for active recovery. We finish on an all-out, nice, strong, and speedy. On this floor side, like I said, we've got the best weight floor workout of the year. So what we're doing, heavy weights, finishing every block on that nice, strong 45-second all on that rower. So you're hanging out for 25 more seconds, getting that body warm as we sit in base pace for about 15 more. That stroke rate, we're aiming for a nice 18 to 24 on that rower. We got about 3 more strokes before we rack it up, and you beat me over on this floor side. In 3, in 2, in 1, rack it up, and let's see what we got going on over here. So unfortunately, we've got some VBA issues, but no worry. I'm gonna do your demos, your explanations, and guide you through everything. So as I said, we're working power, we're working strength. We have 2 movements today. Our first one is that dumbbell incline chest press. Grab some moderately heavy weights. You're gonna take a seat on that, this. You're gonna bring those dumbbells up to your shoulders, set them up nice and strong, taking 2 counts up, 2 counts down. You should only be able to get about 6 to 10 reps done and require rest after. When those 6 to 10 reps are done, you're gonna take that same moderately heavy dumbbell if you can handle it. Let's say you're putting it up by your right shoulder and you step out on that left side, hitting that lateral lunge. Weight is back into that glutes. Set it up nice and strong. 6 to 10 on each side. If you don't like that dumbbell up on that one side, you can keep it centered or fully get rid of that dumbbell. You keep going till I tell you it's time to head to those rowers to finish our block out with that 45-second all out on that rower. You're starting up on your floor workout in 3, 2, and 1. Tread side, time to give you some attention and love. What we've got going on for these 6 minutes and 45 seconds, as I said, primer block, flat row the entire time. So joggers, runners, you're starting off on a 60-second push, 1 to 2 over your base. Pace is aimed for that uncomfortable orange zone. Power walkers, those pushes take place at a 5% or greater. And bikers and striders, you take that 6th gear, you up it 2 to 3 points, keeping those RPMs between 60 to 100. We follow with a base pace. We do that 3 times and finish on that all out. We're going into that orange, uncomfortable push zone in 3, in 2, in 1, 60-second push. So our goal today on this shred is to get into that uncomfortable push pace. We are setting the standard now. We pick this pace, we hold on to it as the blocks progress. As inclines come into play, you don't let them sweat you, you don't let them stress you, because you know you've done it once, therefore you can do it twice. You are 20 seconds in. As we go through this chest press on this floor side, you are making sure it is explosive on the way up, it is controlled on the way down. Remember, that rep count is only 6 to 10, so these should be heavy dumbbells we're moving. You got plenty of time to work through this, so if you get through this first rep, you get to 10 and you figure out I could have done more, we up the weights the next time around. You have got 10 seconds left in this push tread side. You hold on, know that base pace is coming around the corner for some active recovery. You're almost there in 3, in 2, in 1, 60-second pace. Drop those speeds, drop those inclines, find that active recovery. Green zone if we can get there. As we start working on that single-sided lateral lunge, you make sure dumbbell nice and proud on your shoulders, chest nice and proud. You're not looking to lean forward. Remember, that weight is back into your heels as you hit that lateral lunge. If that dumbbell is messing with you, you have options, right? You can drop the weight a little bit. You can put that weight in the center of your chest rather than that single-sided contralateral side. Or you holler at me and I'll get you some other options. You are 40 seconds into your 60-second base. You've done this push once, we're gonna do it again. We got a 60-second push pace around that corner, aiming for that orange, uncomfortable. And remember, power walkers, it's a 5% or greater on that incline. Speeds for you joggers and runners is 1 to 2 over this base pace. In 3, in 2, in 1, your second 60-second push on a flat road. We're doing it, tread side. Remember, in this room, rest, recovery, it is not only okay, but it is encouraged. Strength days, we gotta lift heavy weights, therefore we require nice and strong recovery. So you make sure these weights you are moving are heavy enough to require rest. We don't take rest just because we feel like taking it. We take rest because we require it, because we need it. If this chest press on this incline is not working for you, we can take it to the TRX. I'll show you how. Just stick a hand up if you need me. We are already 45 into your second of 3 flat row pushes on this tread side. You hold on for 10 more seconds, and you know base pace is coming around for that active recovery, that challenging but doable and better feeling. In 3, in 2, in 1, base pace, go find it, green zone. This is your second base pace, which means we are less than 60 away from your final flat road push. By this point, fatigue starts to set in a little bit on that tread, right? You might be a little breathless. It might be a little bit harder to bring that heart rate down to that green zone. That's okay, give it time. It will find it. And remember, if you gotta adjust anything today, adjust those base paces a tiny bit so we can stay true and stay strong to our push paces. You are halfway through this active recovery base pace. That means 20 away from your third and final flat road push of the block, which means we've got just over 2 minutes left on this floor side to keep working these chest presses and these lateral lunges. Have you upped the weights? Are these weights truly challenging you? I don't know. You know you're the only one, so you gotta coach yourself on that one. We're going into our final push pace, 1 to 2 over your speeds currently, joggers, runners, 5% on that incline, power walkers in 3, in 2, in 1, your final flat road push. 60 seconds, you've done it once, you've done it twice, that third time is no different, tread side. If you're in that orange, that means you're putting in that work, and that is okay with me. On this floor side. This may be your last or second to last time doing this movement. So I encourage you, maybe you don't change the weights. Maybe you aim for one more rep than you did last round, right? Maybe you take 1 extra second on that way down for that chest press, right? Maybe give an extra strong stand up from that lateral lunge, right? Give me one more rep. Maybe you pulse it at the bottom. Whatever you're doing, you've got 15 seconds left on that tread side, which means a little over a minute before we head to those rowers from this floor side. Your final push yourself to the finish. That finish line is right around the corner. Base pace, active recovery, green zone in 3, in 2, in 1, there's 60 seconds. Now this is your final base pace before we go from our first all out. That base pace, I want you to treat this one like your setup, right? You're at the end of that marathon, you see the finish line right there. We don't back down now. You prepare yourself to drop the hammer and take it to the finish line in 40 seconds. Get a couple more reps in on this floor, I will send you over to that rower, so when we go for that all out on that tread, we match that all out on that rower. We are 30 seconds away from that first all out. Drop those dumbbells. Meet me over here on this row side, tread side. You're gearing up to go for that all out in 20. These should be inclines we have not seen, power walkers. I'm talking 10 or greater. Joggers, runners, these should be speeds we have not seen yet. I'm talking 2 or greater over what we've been using. And row side, your only tip for this next 45, explode with those legs, keep that wattage high. We go around the room all out, 45, in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go, team. 45 seconds on the clock, and then we've got a long, juicy walking recovery. But before we walk, we gotta what? Work, let's go. 30 seconds left, keep pushing. You are breathing this entire 45 seconds. I've got good news for you. You're closer to the finish than the start. Less than 20 to go. So my final question, row side, you got a little more. Tread side, you got 0.1, 0.2. Don't tell me, just show me. Less than 15. Lock in and let's go, team. Last couple moments. You're thinking about that walk, but we're not there yet. Every second matters. In 3, in 2, in 1, walking recovery. Wrap those handles. You deserve it. So we've got 90 seconds to walk it out on that tread. We're gonna go into.
I was gonna say, we'll have you transition the room and coach this group and pretend like do the second tread block. Basically, coach this, switch the room, and coach the second tread block and demo the second weight floor block.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as we switch sides, we're making sure if you have that wipe right in front of you, wiping down everything you've touched, everything you use, so the next person to come use it has a nice clean station to work with. So what we have got going on this floor side second block, once again, that V-Day isn't working, so you're paying close attention to me. Once again, we've got 2 movements, we're going back to back, and one of them is my personal favorite movement to do at that gym. It's not the first one. So the first one we have is that incline tricep extension. So we're once again taking a seat on this lovely, lovely bench. You're sending some light weights up above you. Those elbows from elbow to shoulder are staying fully still. You are hinging at the elbow, sending it back. You're feeling it right behind those biceps and those triceps, engaging that core, sending it back up nice and strong for 6 to 10 reps. If this incline bench doesn't work for you, we can set you up on that TRX strap. Your second movement, my favorite, it's a deadlift. So we have nice, heavy, probably our heaviest dumbbells we're using today. You're gonna make sure you have feet shoulder width apart, putting that weight in the heels. Those dumbbells, trace your legs on the way down. There's a rope pulling you from behind. When you reach that flat back, feel that stretching your hamstrings. Engage the glutes, engage the core. Squeeze back to the top with that nice strong glute squeeze to finish. 6 to 10 reps of that. Your option, if you don't like that, we can lower the dumbbells or fully get rid of the dumbbells. Back and forth, and once again, we finish on that 45-second all-out row. You're getting sort of that tricep extension in 3, 2, and 1. Tread side, second block. We've worked with the first one, so we kind of know the recipe, right? But let's break it down a little further. Our pushes are shorter, but we're adding incline to play. So, joggers, runners, what that means for you is that these incline pushes are gonna be 3%, 45 seconds each, but those bases are 75 seconds this time. So those pushes might be a little harder, but those bases are a little longer to supplement. Power walkers, those inclines, they climb to a 7% on those pushes this time. And bikers and striders, your goal is to add even more gear this round. So, 45-second push, 7% on the incline power walkers, 3% on that incline joggers, runners. We're pushing for 45 in 3, 2, 1, our zone. So remember, we are aiming to stay true to those push speeds we used last round, right? I know those inclines come in, they try to complicate you, tell your mind I can't do this, but this is shorter, your body's warmed up, therefore you're stronger and you're already halfway through. As we hit those tricep extensions, I really want you making sure elbow to shoulder is frozen in time. Only thing moving is elbow to hand, lowering those dumbbells right behind your head, nice and slow, 6 to 10 reps. We are almost at that 75-second base pace. Tread side, you hold on, and we're getting there. 3, 2, 1, 75 seconds in base pace. Plenty of time to get our breath, to control our active recovery.
After this, send them into the final all out of this block.
Got
that
it.
would be good.
After this base pace, we go right in to the way we finish all our blocks, all out. So, floor side, you are headed over to your row side so we meet the treads for that all-out energy in 20 seconds. Tread side, you've already done it once. You're doing it twice, but these all-outs, just like those pushes, take place on that incline, all right? 3%, 45 seconds, all out energy to that finish line. And as always, after we go all out, we walk it out. We work before we walk. We are there in a 30 on that row side. If you haven't already done so, you are strapped into that foot plate. You're gearing up at those handlebars. If you want to get that water moving, you are welcome to do so. We're not in that all out yet. We're gearing up. We're hyping up. Our heads will roll. In 10 seconds, we take off. Remember, it is a 10 or greater on that incline power walkers. It is 2 or greater on those speeds, joggers, runners, and rowers. As always, you rip that handlebar, rely on those legs. 45, all out, in 3, 2, 1, take it there.
She got a smile that seems to me reminds me of childhood.
This is your second all out of the day. You are stronger this time. You may feel more fatigued, but you're doing it anyway, therefore you're mentally stronger. You push yourself. You are not staring at that screen in front of you, you're staring at yourself, at that strong individual in the mirror, telling yourself, I'm 30 seconds in, 15 to go, I'm not backing down just yet. Your final 10 seconds on that rower, you keep those watts nice and strong and high, and on that treadmill, you hold on to the last second in 3, in 2, in 1, walk it out.